Hello, everyone. I'm Ben Shapiro, and this is not the Ben Shapiro Show. This is the Average Intelligence Podcast. I am your guest host, and I'm joined tonight by someone who visibly makes me nervous, and with whom the only thing we have in common is that we both make Cenk Uygur extremely frustrated. Alex Jones.
Thank you for having me on the show.
I had nothing to do with it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention the Average Intelligence Podcast. They gave me this cool shirt to wear. So I forgot I got to speak into this mic. So anyway, what are we talking about tonight?
Well, they didn't really give us too many notes, so I assume we're going to be talking about Joe Biden. But first, a word from one of our great sponsors. Listen, you love breakfast. We all love breakfast. Our kids love breakfast. But cereal's just bad for you. Until now. Our friends at Magic Spoon Cereal have created a wonderful product that has 0 sugar, very low net carbs, and 11 grams of protein per serving. They're taking breakfast back. You can get your first box with a promo code at magicspooncereal.com. All right, so as you're aware, Joe Biden signed the $1.9 trillion stimulus package into law today.
Bunch of horse shit.
A little bit more colorful language than I would use, but you're not wrong, Alex. You're not wrong.
Yeah, did you hear about the $20,000 for the government employees who stayed home because they had children? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of Americans out there who had children sitting at home and they're not getting $20,000.
And who actually lost paychecks.
Yeah, and jobs, homes, lives.
Yeah. We're not even going to get into the legality of Congress granting itself a bonus. Because the fact of the matter is, their salaries are determined by an act of Congress.
It's disgusting.
They are also not legally allowed to give themselves a raise in the current term. Any raises that they vote on happen in the next term. So, a sitting member of Congress may or may not receive that pay raise.
And by the way, you can find all this information on Infowars.com.
That website is no longer still up.
What?
Or at least it shouldn't be.
It's still up.
You can find all of this information and more on dailywire.com.
Don't go there. You go to my website.
Daily Wire.
Well, what else do we have?
Well, I also want to touch on and point out the fact that the CDC has lost all credibility, because we now have vaccines. About they estimate 10% of the population is fully vaccinated, and within 2 to 4 weeks, you have complete immunity, and yet the CDC still insists that you have to wear a mask, that you have to socially distance, even with those who are non-vaccinated, except for immediate family members in small groups.
It's against our constitutional rights.
And it's against science. And I thought the Democrats were the party of science.
Yeah, not so much.
But what they really are is the party that identifies with science when it's convenient to their leftist agenda, and essentially spending all of our money into eternity. They're spending money that we haven't even made yet.
Oh, it's sickening.
And frankly, I'm shocked that more people aren't just. We riot in the streets for kneeling at a Super Bowl, but I've lost all hope in humanity.
I'm speechless.
That's a good thing, Alex.
My throat hurts a little bit, but it's all right.
I'm not gonna ask why, Alex.
Nah, you don't want to ask why.
Speaking of which, I did get.
I had a little too much to drink last night.
I did get a note from the. I did get a note.
Get
from
it together, Ben.
I'm sorry. This man drives me insane. I'm thinking about the clip. I don't want to be like you, Alex. I'm thinking about the clip that's on YouTube of you interrupting Cenk's segment at Politicon.
Yo.
Who is that? People actually watch this show?
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of surprised.
I just thought this would be an easy Thursday night. I keep thinking of your clip of when you interrupted Cenk's segment at Politicon. I believe it was in 2011.
I believe so.
It was some time ago.
Yeah.
But you basically just rated his show, and that was the funniest thing I'd seen since Crowder impersonated Cenk himself. But I did get a note from the PA. This is for you in case you start to feel a little bit nervous.
Oh, thank you. It's not my normal hat.
They have Wi-Fi here, I understand, so that's to protect your brain from.
Oh, yeah. We gotta, the aliens. They read your brain waves. That's what the aluminum's for. It protects your brain waves.
And how exactly does that work, Alex?
Well, the aluminum works as a conductor, and then it just blocks the brain waves, and aliens can't get to your brain waves.
Wouldn't a conductor make it easier?
I'm not a scientist.
Duly noted. Speaking of scientists, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you are expecting the federal government and the houseplant president, Joe Biden, to fix your life, you're going to be waiting a very long time. And with it's pretty obvious what's going to happen in the midterm elections. There is going to be a red wave that descends upon Washington. I mean, I get it. Sending out free checks is popular. But when it comes time to pay that bill, guess what? There are going to be a lot of Republican votes coming for essentially every office. And the Democrats will not know what hit them, because the only thing people hate worse than getting sick is taxes.
Death and taxes.
The only certainties in life.
Absolutely. We finally agree on something.
All right, more on that. But first, I want to tell you about a wonderful, wonderful sponsor, goldbonds.net. Now, we all know that they're essentially printing the dollar out of existence. Its value is going down every single day. So how do you protect yourself and your investments? Well, you transfer all of your assets into a gold bonds account. Now, you can do this one of two ways. You can either buy physical metals, or you can put your money in a diversified portfolio that invests in precious metals, such as gold and silver and platinum. Now, if you sign up today, they will give you a free gold-plated Donald Trump dollar bill, which is neither worth a dollar or its weight in gold. However, and make sure when you type in that web address, it's a little tricky. It's goldbonds.net. Apparently there was a lawsuit or something.
I don't like Trump anymore, right? You saw that, right?
That doesn't surprise me at all, Alex.
Oh, power to the people. Oh, jeez. So what are we talking about here in this shitty little podcast thing?
Well, going back to science, I wanted to talk about...
Keep talking about stuff, but I'm not listening.
That doesn't surprise me a bit, Alex. Another ludicrous part of this bill is that an obscene amount of it, I believe to the tune of $90 million, goes to bailing out municipalities and in large part labor pensions and teachers unions when the bulk of the country they're not in school. Now, my kids are in school, in Florida, schools have been open all year, and there haven't been any significant spikes, people are still being reasonable, and the people that aren't being reasonable are the young people who are basically impervious to COVID-19 as a general rule.
Yeah, we just opened up in Texas.
Which leads us to our next sponsor, the state of Florida. Florida, I cannot tell you, as someone who's come from California, what a wonderful place Florida is. Sure, there are crazy people. Sure, there are alligators. Sure, there are sharks. And sure, there are theme parks, and that's one of the good things. Come to Florida. They'll welcome you with open arms as long as you don't bring your liberal nonsense here. And the two things that constantly reign in Florida are the weather and freedom. Visit Florida today. So yes, Texas.
That was a good one.
So Texas.
Texas, yeah. Everything's bigger in Texas.
Except for taxes.
Lower, lower, lower taxes are always nice. Yeah. I got a frog in my throat. I think it might be gay. Yeah. It's loud. Yeah. Yeah, so I just want to say about Joe Biden signing that a few days early. I mean, what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah,
they like made it like it was a big deal. That
explain that to me, and explain all the pomp and circumstance. When he said, when they passed the bill through the House, he made a statement as they were voting that he was going to sign it into law on Friday. Well, guess what? It's Thursday.
What changed?
Why so early? Now, at the time, a lot of people were confused about this, saying, why is he waiting so long? And my lawyer brain kicked in. It's like, oh, well, his legal analysts have to read it to him, so he makes sure that he doesn't sign anything crazy. But guess what? He probably signed something crazy. Oh, wait, he did. How much do you want to bet that there are provisions of the Green New Deal in there, or, I'm sorry, the Biden plan?
Well, there's a few things missing that they were going for. The $15 an hour.
Thankfully, yes, that wasn't in there. But through. And here's this is what I don't understand. They could have passed it along party lines anyway. I don't understand why they took that out, except for the fact that even the Democrats must understand that that is a bad idea. And for the longest time, it's simply been a talking point to them. Because honestly, like, if you can do basic math, you understand what a catastrophe that would be to raise the federal minimum wage from, forget what it is at the moment, it's $7.25 an hour, I believe. The federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. To jump that up, almost double it from $7.25 to pretty much doubling it.
Which other states
over
have a
doubling
higher minimum wage, because the federal minimum wage does not signify what you have in your own state. You can have more. That's
the flip side of this coin. So take San Francisco, for example, whose municipal minimum wage is already $15 an hour.
Yeah.
Are they going to increase that? Well, it's San Francisco, so probably. But
yeah, but how many businesses have been screwed because of it?
Well, we all know about the mass exodus leaving out of California.
You don't say.
And speaking of mass exoduses, let me tell you about Vincero watches. Listen, we all know what a quality watch can do. Helps you keep track of time, especially when you're traveling from those time zones from California to literally anywhere else on the planet. It will be better, trust me. With Vincero watches, you can get a high quality, made with high grade material watches for a fraction of the price. And how do they do this? It's because they cut out the middleman. They don't cut out the quality. Visit Vincero watches today and find a style that fits you.
You know what the difference between a jailer and a jeweler is? One watches sales, one sells watches. This man has no sense of humor.
I'm hilarious. I did a cardi.
You have a stick up your ass. When are you getting the surgery?
Maybe next week.
All right, he has a sense of humor.
It depends on if I can get my coverage from healthcare.gov. Which, hysterically, I thought it was the Affordable Care Act.
Speaking of doctors, your wife's hot.
Thank you. But just earlier in this interview, you thought you were gay. So I'm not really sure how to take that.
No, I said there was a frog in my throat, and I said the frog's gay. That doesn't make me gay.
We're going to have to go back and watch that, because I'm pretty sure you said, I have a pretty good memory, and I'm pretty sure you said that you thought you were gay.
I don't know about that, Mr. Shapiro.
Maybe you should put this back on.
It is not a theory. I'm not gay. Nothing in the water changed me gay.
It's a theory that you're not gay?
Don't use your fancy words on me, Mr. Lawyer. Dick.
Anyway. And I resent that you say I don't have a sense of humor. Do you understand that my cover of WAP by Cardi B, however you pronounce it, it's not a real word. My cover of WAP, whatever it is, by Cardi B, has received well over 1 million hits on YouTube.
No, just
and it is hilarious.
Just 1 million? That's it? Frogs are gay.
Well over.
Frogs are gay. Look at that.
Well over.
Look at frogs are
well
gay.
Over.
and I beat you. It's not even my video, but it's me.
I'm getting flashbacks of debating Cenk Uygur all over again.
He can't even hold a candle to my ass.
Why would you want him to hold a candle to your ass?
What am I even doing here?
I'm wondering the same. Did they pay you to be here?
They can't afford proper seats. This thing's fucking broke. I can't even move up or down with this seat. The damn thing won't stay up. There's microphones in my face. I probably sound like shit.
Well, thankfully, we have a sponsor that can help them out with that. Do you have money woes? Do you need an influx of capital or cash immediately? Well, thankfully, there's a bank that can help. Bank of Nigeria is happy to send you all the money you need. The only thing they ask in return is that you send a small payment of $100 to an email address that they will send you without your request. And once they receive that $100, you are guaranteed to receive a share of the royal treasury from the Kingdom of Nigeria. Don't worry about it. Just go ahead and send it. Bank of Nigeria, member FDIC.
Those Nigerian princes. There are some stand-up people.
Very trustworthy.
Absolutely. Anyway, back
I
to
emailed back and forth with one, and really, really swell guy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think it at first. Sounded a little sketchy, but I tell you,
makes you trust him a little more, and then you just, here you go, here's my
stand-up guy, and he addressed. It sounds so small, but I'm telling you, it goes so far. Most people address their emails to me as Mr. Shapiro. He addressed me as Ben. Felt like I wanted to have a beer with the guy.
Do you even drink?
I'll get back to you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, so we were talking about this just insanity, just absolute insanity of a COVID relief bill. Oh, it looks like we have another message, a couple of other messages from a viewer. I see some emojis.
Jade Black. Are you related to Jack Black?
Probably. That gentleman is hilarious.
He is. I love his movies. What was that one movie?
And his music.
Oh yeah, Tenacious D. They are a very good band. They're the best band in the world. They wrote the best song in the world.
Well, but
there's a cat over there. What the hell?
But we've only heard a tribute.
Oh no. I like the way you did that.
So I'm so flustered about it, and I'm so unbelievably angry. I know you can't tell because I always look like this, but I'm livid with this. When you think it can't get any worse, they make it worse. And Joe Biden is still running around wearing a mask. He's been vaccinated. He literally does not need the mask. Kamala Harris running around wearing a mask. She's been vaccinated. She literally does not need to wear a mask.
You didn't always look like this, did you? I was going to say, wasn't it after the vaccine you developed Bell's palsy? There's a cat scratching on the ground over there.
Maybe I just have cat scratch fever.
Oh, jeez. God. I need some whiskey.
This isn't the Joe Rogan podcast. Try to keep it together for just an hour.
What? Why? Because you don't believe in marijuana?
We've already been over this. The libertarian side of me is fine with it. I just don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, whatever. Square.
I think there's a lot of studying that still needs to be done. We're not sure of all the effects.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't have any interest in doing it.
You sound like Governor Holcomb. We don't understand what it does, but we do. It just makes you feel good. Science.
Exhibit A, ladies and gentlemen. Exhibit A. What is that? Are we adjourned? order in the podcast. Like,
No, order in the podcast.
is the verdict that...
Yeah, I know. I'm very quite good at that.
You know, speaking of controlled substances,
Aliens?
we have another wonderful sponsor. Brondo, the energy drink that will literally replace all other drinks in your life. Give your body and your crops the electrolytes they crave. Drink Bondo. Drink Brondo. I said, you have to forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. It's a new sponsor. I'm not used to it. Drink Brondo, the thirst mutilator. Bondo is not a drink. Bondo is a car wax.
Bondo is a sticky substance. You put it in cracks.
Yes,
like
and
what
they
we
use
do to
it
your wife.
on cars. You know, I've not been sitting next to someone this crass ever since that interview with Zoe Tur.
Would you like to go home in an ambulance?
Not particularly. I
Excuse me, ma'am.
that
It's ma'am. The GameStop lady. She's what started all this stock bullshit too. Oh, you think about that? She made GameStop famous again.
Please connect the dots for us.
Why do I always get asked to provide proof? I tell you, it's true. Get over it and just listen. There's aliens on the moon. There's a base on the dark side. They also signed the stimulus.
You do understand.
I've met them.
You do understand that the moon orbits and
Yeah,
spins.
it spins at the same amount as us, so we never see the backside. That's why we
That
never see
is
the base.
that is not true.
No, it is absolutely true. I said it.
That is not accurate.
No, I said it.
Not at all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not even close.
We don't have a Jamie here. They're too poor for that here. They don't have a Jamie.
They should really contact Bank of Nigeria.
Oh,
Member FDIC.
it was just a tribute.
So anyway, before I was so rudely cut off,
Yeah.
you know, we've got all these people, and it's because, you know, in his infinite wisdom, Joe Biden signed an executive order making it illegal to not wear a mask on federal property. When exactly is this going to be repealed?
And
You know, what I'm going to find hilarious, and I believe this may actually happen, is that Joe Biden will forget that he signed that executive order into law, and when the pandemic is over, he will be arrested for not wearing a mask on federal property. But I digress. I don't think this will actually happen, although it would be hilarious. But this illustrates a point that I make about the left at every opportunity. They specialize in creating legislation and laws that are not enforceable. You know, for example.
that's incredible. How you just all of a sudden stop talking all nasally and stuff like that. That's amazing. How'd you do that?
So I'm sure you're aware that Daily Wire has gotten into the entertainment business.
Yes.
With our
gay porn, right?
No, that's Gaily Wire.
Gaily Wire?
Yeah, different website.
Oh, okay. I'm giving out a free subscription to Gaily Wire on account of Ben.
Use promo code Ben.
Promo
When
code
you sign up.
Ben69. Get it together, little buddy.
Anyway, I'm acting because we are in the entertainment game now with our latest film, Run, Hide, Fight, which I tell you is just a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. It's a great film. Hollywood didn't want to make it because it's too true. You know, it actually deals with violence that exists in the real world. So Daily Wire picked it up. We made the movie. It's been a massive success. You can only watch it on dailywire.com.
Is this movie about you?
No. But the next one will be.
Oh.
That's why I'm working on acting.
Oh.
I'm going to be playing a Gentile.
This is where you come in with the Gaily Wire. Okay, I got you. He's going to be playing a Gentile. Yeah.
Alex, do you know what a Gentile is? Moving on. Now, speaking of Gaily Wire, we have another great sponsor, the letter Q.
QAnon.
Whether you're questioning your sanity after all this insane spending, whether you're on a quest to eliminate the leftist nonsense from this country, whether muchos ques en español, or QAnon conspiracies. What do you need for all these things? You need the letter Q. An extremely underappreciated letter. The letter Q can do so many things for you. It can do all the things we listed above, and it gives you a really high score in Scrabble. Use the letter Q today. You'll be happier and quirkier. The letter Q. Rolling right along.
So anyway, anyone out there in the comments, what are you going to do with your little $1,400 check? You going to pay some bills? You going to subscribe to the Gaily Wire? Or, I mean, you could waste your money and subscribe to the Daily Wire.
Use promo code BEN for 15% off.
For Daily Wire or Gaily Wire.
I'm not sure what the discount for Gaily Wire is. I don't have anything to do with that, and I can't, just
he knows what the Gaily Wire is.
From my personal, code of conduct, I can't acknowledge that. It's supposed to be in my contract. It wasn't even supposed to be brought up tonight, but I'm a professional.
Well, I mean, these guys didn't even pay us to be here, so I don't know what you're talking about, contracts and stuff.
You can have a contract without money.
Oh, yeah, the good old handshake contract.
Nope, still a contract.
You got me. I admit defeat.
Oh, you're learning acting too, huh?
Yes. Did you like that?
I did. It was very convincing.
Yeah, thanks. I figured you would like that.
Very much so. You know what else I like, Alex?
Penis.
No. I said what I like, not what you like, Alex.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I
ate bull penis in another country. That was the consistency was kind of weird, but hey, tasted all right.
I'm guessing it wasn't kosher.
I don't even know what that means.
Fair enough. But you know what else I really like, Alex? I absolutely adore my sister's YouTube channel, Abby Shapiro on YouTube. She is on a crusade to help women become happier in today's modern age. See, most of you ladies are just unhappy, and you have no idea why. Well, I'm here to tell you what's going to help you. Conservative values. Visit Abby Shapiro's YouTube page where you can learn to be a more conservative woman and therefore a good woman. And the best part is, you don't even have to leave your house. Abby Shapiro on YouTube. Visit it today.
I think you're all fucking robots.
And we're back. Well, Alex, if we're all robots, riddle me this. Then how are we infected with COVID-19?
Well, I mean, COVID-19 has nothing to do with the virus. It's nanotechnology. Yeah, think about that one. And if you think about it, when it affects you, it's, acts like a virus, but, it affects your mechanical state. So, therefore, have you ever seen the movie, I can't remember what it's called. It's not Annihilation. It's basically a planet full of robots, and you don't find that out until the end, when the humans are coming to destroy them. Sorry, my voice is getting a little hoarse.
Yeah, the gay frog. We've been over this.
Yeah.
So would that be considered deep croaking?
I don't find your humor that funny. Small man.
I'm hilarious.
Deep croaking. Are you good at counting money?
I'm extremely good at counting money, thanks to our friends at Bank of Nigeria, member FDIC.
I figured as much.
You know, I'm just going to take issue with that for a second. It sounded incredible.
Just FYI, this is definitely not rehearsed. This is all live.
It's the only way we know how to do it.
And we're still not very good. Well, I mean, Ben Shapiro, I mean, he's all right. But, me, Alex Jones, I'm pretty good at it.
A consummate professional all the time. It's not my fault that the people on the other side insist upon being constant juveniles.
Yeah, this nerd waited till he was married to consummate it. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being married to have... Yeah. I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, it does.
I was actually going to give you credit a minute ago, and then you just ruined it. You actually made the whole nanotechnology conspiracy work. Albeit under an extremely false premise.
Did you not listen to Joe Rogan when he said about 95% of stuff I say is right? It's just the way I go about it.
Joe and I don't agree on everything.
Yeah, but you guys get along, and
well, of course we get along. That's my point. That's why I get so frustrated with the left, because I get along with everybody. I know tons of liberals. I'm friends with Mark Rubin, for Pete's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't go to his wedding, but
no, because you're gonna be in it.
Well, no, I can't do that. I can't go to the party afterward. We've discussed this on the Joe Rogan Experience.
I remember.
You were not there, Alex.
I thought I was.
Were you behind the curtain in the background, monitoring everything, wearing your tinfoil hat and antenna?
No, I was hanging out with a Nigerian prince while you were emailing him on your phone.
That really annoyed me on that time with Joe, because I did not know that the prince was there until after the show, and I would have loved to include him. I really, really would have loved to include him, and I would have loved to have given him a Leftist Tears mug, which you can get at dailywire.com when you sign up.
Yes. And don't forget about all your great supplements on Infowars.com.
What kind of supplements, Alex?
We have some brain supplements and some other stuff. Right now, I forgot to take my brain supplements today, so I cannot remember what's on the site. But all you have to do is go to Infowars.com.
I would caution everyone everywhere watching this to not take the brain supplements from Infowars.com.
No. Absolutely take them, because I didn't take them today and I can't even remember anything. The reason I can't remember anything is because I bought a Leftist Tears mug from this guy and I drank water out of it, and now there's something wrong with my brain.
He used it to take his brain supplements, which he then forgot about because he took the brain supplements from Infowars.com.
I should have never bought that cup.
Yeah, sure, it was the cup. But one thing we can agree on, and one supplement you should absolutely consider, our friends at Buffalo Bill's Body Lotion. I know you're familiar with this product, Alex. We can both definitely agree on this one. It's a fantastic system. It puts the lotion in the basket and sends it directly to your door. And listen, none of us are getting any younger. We all know our skin is getting a little, I'm getting some wrinkles, you're getting some wrinkles. I'm telling you, this lotion will get you your skin as tight as a lampshade. So order today, Buffalo Bill's Body Lotion. You can't go wrong.
Yeah. So, back to that stimulus check. No.
Well, you had asked the audience what they were planning on doing with the stimulus check.
I mean,
what are you going to do with your stimulus checks? Considering, I think it's if you're getting $1,400, I believe it's costing you around $5,700. So I mean, there's that free money for you.
I think the fellow from Texas, Dan Crenshaw, I think he put it very well, talking about the stimulus check, saying that he said it costs each American taxpayer $5,700 and you only get $1,400. I think that's wrong.
Well, and I'll even add to that and point out the fact that only about 50% of households actually pay income tax. So that figure, I think he got by dividing the population. So it's probably not even 5,700. It's probably well over 10,000.
I did not think about that.
Well, I mean, but the point is made, so. But the fact of the matter is, the fact is that you're getting a little bit of money that is already your money, and they're pretending like it's this great gift from the gods on high, the ever benevolent Joe Biden giving you this free money to help you out in a disaster that's not even that's over for all intents and purposes. And let's not forget, for completely forgetting the fact that President Trump did it twice before that, but that just wasn't enough because it didn't have the Joe Biden unity behind it.
Ugh.
So much unity.
And then you got a press secretary who can't even answer a question. All she wants to do is circle back to you.
And I said on the first day, she bold-faced lied.
She can't do her job, but
bold-faced lied on the first day. Bold-faced lied. Bold-faced lie on the first day. And I point out the fact that if she had been press secretary under Trump, she would have been, just lampooned on the very first day. The only difference was the incumbent president.
We got someone typing in the comments. They said what they're going to buy with their check is pool aid.
No, what now?
Pool aid. It's a pool full Kool-Aid. $1,400 on a pool aid.
Now, we've already talked about some of our great sponsors today, but I
think that's a good idea. I don't care about your damn sponsors. Anyway, go ahead.
One of these is yours.
Oh shit. Infowars.com.
I highly recommend you spend your stimulus money on I highly recommend all of our sponsors. All of our great sponsors. And the best thing is they're all so affordable, you will probably have money left over that you can then use to buy stamps and mail your congressman, senator, and the president himself and voice your displeasure. Because emails just aren't as personal. Take a page out of the Nigerian prince's book and address it as Joe, or Kamala, or Nancy, or any of the other people who you just want to write and tell them what a terrible job they're doing.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar.
Except for that gentleman from Maine that voted no.
Who's that?
I can't remember his name because he's from Maine. Who cares?
Was he from Derry? Breathing in that dairy air. Definitely stole that joke from the It movie. I watch a lot of old movies because I ain't got nothing else better to do.
It's not old.
91 is kind of old.
Oh, you're talking about
the new one was good too. I really like that. Bill Skarsgård. He's a hell of an actor.
Well, Alex, do you have anything to add about the stimulus or the just current state of affairs? This just awful, awful time.
Not really, but I do a really good impression of the new Pennywise. You want to hear it?
No.
We all float down here.
That's just you.
We all float down here.
That's just you saying the line.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That was pretty good.
Well,
that was
definitely good. Get it, Alex.
Thanks.
Well, folks, enjoy the insanity. Enjoy your stimulus check. You're going to be paying for it for a very long time. Your children are going to be paying for it for a very long time.
Enjoy.
And your grandchildren are going to be paying for it for a very long time. With that said, I am Ben Shapiro. This is Alex Jones. This has been the Average Intelligence Podcast. I hope you enjoyed your guest host. If you did, please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. They're paying me to say that, or rather not paying me to say that, but it wasn't my contract, so I have to ask you to do it contractually because I have studied law. I'm not really sure what would happen if I violated my contract. Probably not a lot, because they haven't reached out to our friends.
Well, I don't really care what they do.
They haven't reached out to our friends at Bank of Nigeria, member FDIC. And probably nothing, but I'm a stand-up guy, a professional, and I do my job.
Yes. And go to Infowars.com and buy some supplements and shirts.
DailyWire.com. Subscribe. Please.
And these guys are not getting paid at all who own this well, they don't own the podcast. I'm technically controlling YouTube.com. Like, share, and subscribe for them, okay? Thanks. Is that it?
I believe so. They didn't really leave any clear instructions.
You want to go get a steak?
No. Not at all.
Yeah, pussy. Kudos.